welcome to another interesting segment on Home Truth Nigeria. Today, it's another Q&A. I just wanted to make this video to answer questions from my last video quickly before I move to the topic I'll be treating for the next week. So let's go there. The first question was this: what are the possibilities of engaging in a relationship with an older, in parentheses, 45 plus Nigerian man in the USA? A lovely lady asked this question, and the answer to this is there's a huge possibility with dating or engaging with a Nigerian man within this age profile. In fact, you have more mature Nigerian men who are single abroad than you have in Africa. For whatever reason, Nigerian men, when they go abroad, they don't settle down as faster than the men we have back home. I think this has to do with the fact that they don't have much pressure from culture, pressure of society. Like if you see somebody who is 50 in Nigeria not married, you start thinking the person has a problem. I don't think it's the same thing in the Western world. I have a friend who is 56. He's not married and he has no pressure, and he hasn't been to Nigeria for over 24 years and he's living his life. And he's currently dating a lady from the Finland. So it's you have this happening. Now, there's a problem in with this. The problem is that it's sometimes difficult to find men around this age on social media because Nigerian men born within the 60s and 70s, most of them are not social media friendly. That's to say, you would rarely see them on dating site or being active users of Facebook or Instagram. They may have an account, but they are not active. The truth is that, those things could actually be a factor when you're looking for Nigerian men, your profile, because you may come to dating site, you rarely find them. You find guys who are born in the late 80s and the early 90s on social media because they are used to this in their generation. So this is a question, and the question is, how then do these guys meet women? They still retain the traditional African way in meeting women. So in Africa, we do not need social media or dating sites before we meet the significant other. We use the exchange of information. So what I mean by exchange of situation is when you're single, you tell your parents, your siblings, your aunts, your uncles, your friends, your neighbors, your colleague. They know you're single, and because you're single and ready to mingle, uh, they will do everything possible to also link you with women. So a lot of guys give statistics of the kind of women they want. Some will say, "Oh, I prefer taller ladies, shorter ladies, ladies that are slim, ladies that are on the big side." As the case may be. And when they give these statistics and information, most of these friends, family, they will put their eyes on the ground to see if they see any lady that fits this description. Now, if they see any lady that fits this description, they will speak to this lady and ask her, "Are you single?" If the lady says yes, they will collect her contacts. They will ask her that, "Look, we have a brother who might be interested." So they will take this lady's contact and then they will pass it to the guy and like, "Look, we met this lady. Please give her a call." And this guy will give the lady a call, and then they may agree to meet, for a date and see if they will build any kind of chemistry or physics, to start off with a relationship. Years back, I visited one of my auntie. This is my own personal experience. Years back, I visited one of my auntie. I went to her office, and as soon as I came in, she just excused herself, and she dashed out of her office, and then she came back, and I asked her, I said, "Auntie, why are you running?" She said, "Oh, somebody just left our office." So lo and behold, within a few minutes of her coming into the office, a young lady came in, and she introduced me to the young lady. We shook hands, we talked, and after some time, the young lady left. And my auntie was very livid, angry at me. She was like, "Why didn't you take a number? Why didn't you take a number?" She basically brought this lady back to match her with me. So that's basically what could happen. Now, what I'm trying to say basically is, if you're interested in an African man or a Nigerian man, do not rely a lot on the internet or try to order a Nigerian man home to you. Try not to do that. Start going out. Get active. Join clubs, belong to an organization. Meet people, interact. You could go for things organized by Africans or Nigerians, especially when you go alone. There may be people there who would take interest in you, and you never know who might be interested in you. Just give yourself a chance in life, and stop being a potato catch. Go out. Meet Africans, go to African seminars, African, cultural fests, go alone, be at your best. And one thing I always say is, again, sometimes, again, try as much as possible to take a trip down to Africa. Go with a friend, go to Nigeria, enjoy your time, meet people, and you never know. A lady asked this. My question is, why do Nigerian men prioritize work so much? They become moody when they are broke. They will literally drop anything just to attend to work. He said that quality time does not matter to them. We can't have fun when money is not there. So this is a very good question, and I would like to take my time to break it down accordingly. Now, we prioritize work so much because we are raised to know that nobody's coming to our rescue or to our help. We are dependent on ourselves, to rescue ourselves from whatever situation we find ourselves. Additionally, we uh, didn't grow up or come from a society that has social benefit like you have in most social countries, whereby if you lose a job, you get some benefits to assist you for the time. We don't have that in our country, in Africa, in Nigeria. So Africans depend on themselves and on God. So for this reason, we know work is the only solution that will pull us out of our struggles, out of hardship, out of poverty, because the government or the society would never do that for us. And that's why I always advise you, ladies, if you are going to spend time with a Nigerian man, make sure you're not going for a lazy Nigerian man. Because you would regret it, you would cry. So for those of you ladies who are splashing money on your man, to make him happy, one thing you're doing is that you're altering the natural state of this man, and that is to work and to provide. Because when he eventually comes to you, he would expect you to continue what you've been doing. Now, a second thing she said is they become moody when they are broke and will literally drop anything just to attend work. Now, the reason we are moody when we are broke is that as African men, our chief responsibility is to provide. There is no feeling worse than when you as a man you're not capable to provide. So when we are broke, we are angry and moody, and when we see any opportunity that is legit or legal to make a living, we embrace it with all hands. We fight for it because it's an opportunity to change our situation. And this is an orientation every Nigerian has, from upbringing to maturity. You are, told to like grab every opportunity that could put food in your table, with every gusto, take it serious, pour all your energy with on it. And a lot of Africans still do it. I still do it. There are times I am working till 12 midnight, 2 a.m. I'm still working. I'm still on my screen working. So it's something that basically happened. And she went on to say, is it that quality time does not matter to them? No, quality time does matter to us, but we have our own understanding of what and how quality time should be handled. A Nigerian living in your country, his reason or the way he is reasoning is that he didn't come there, to uh, have quality time always, as the case may be. It is your country, so your life is structured that way. Every Nigerian who you see that has left Nigeria, to travel, to come to your country is actually coming there to hustle. He didn't leave Nigeria to come to your country just to have quality time. So he came there to improve his life and that of his family. So if he wanted, so that's the truth about African men with quality time. Although notwithstanding, I also need to point out that quality time is very important, with your partner. Very, very important. And I expect every mature man, should try and balance quality time or work life and social life. Make sure none suffers, especially with your significant other. So my advice first is to talk him into making sure he cannot walk around the clock, or your relationship will suffer. And if he doesn't make changes towards that, or any improvement as regards, you guys spending time together, my response would be, it's either you're not important or you're not worth it to have quality time with him, or another lady somewhere is getting that quality time. I still believe if a man who truly wants to be with you, no matter how busy he is, he would schedule time for both of you to, have quality time. Even if he's walking in the gates of heaven, like if he's the person responsible to open gates for people to enter heaven, he will still basically have time. If he doesn't show that, probably there's another lady who is getting it. So the final thing she said is, we can't have fun when money is not there. Well, the truth is, a lot of people who are broke or don't have a lot of money tend to have fun more than people who have money. And if this guy is reliant on having money to have fun, my sister, I would advise you to probably start looking elsewhere, because he's just giving you stories not to be with you. When they don't want to be with you, they tell you stories and cover it up like they are very busy. It's another sign like this guy is ghosting you. So be very, very mindful. And a lady asked, I have 4 kids. I am 12 years older, and he said he would take care of me and my kids when he comes. Yeah. Lies, 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 big lies. Now, it may sound harsh, me saying it's a lie, but one rule you should always know is that never believe anything a man tells you when he is desperate, especially a man who is desperate to survive. Don't believe anything he tells you. In Africa, we have a saying that he who is down fears no fall. He has nothing to lose. So these guys will tell you anything. Now, it's left for you as an individual to be very realistic with yourself, when they tell you. Always, I've said to those of you who are single mothers with kids, try to avoid younger guys who are single. Avoid them like plague. You're a single mother with kid, avoid younger guys who are single. Avoid them like plague. They will use those kids, you think they will come and mentor and be a father figure to them. They will use those kids as one of the reasons to leave you. I've always said to you ladies, if you have a child, you're a single mother, look for men that are mature, older than you, men who have kids, men who know what it is to be a parent. They would understand you more than these guys. When they are down, they will tell you anything. As soon as they get what they want, you will see Shege, Pro Max. You will see problem. You will see that these guys, they've got stones as hearts. So please date men within your profile. If you are a single mom, prioritize looking for mature men or men with kids. That's my advice to you on that. And the last question for the day is, thank you for your videos. Do you think it is necessary to go to Nigeria to confirm if my boyfriend of 3 years has a family? I have suspicions and dreams as well. Well, I would never advise anyone to marry or go into marriage with heavy uncertainty, because most times those fears you have, they actually turn out to be real. Now, if you have suspicions and doubts, and even if you started dreaming in your marriage, in your relationship, I would advise you, don't waste time, trying to time and money, and disturbing yourself trying to uh, i- investigate. I would advise you to cut that thing off and go live your life. Get somebody that you can see around you, and you know that, okay, this person doesn't have a child or stuff. But if for whatever reason you feel suspicious, then plan a trip, a surprise trip, and you want to go, especially when you want to go, you're not listening to the first option, you want to go. Plan a surprise trip, go without informing him, and then a lot of things on hindsight will be brought to you. So, guys, I would like to say a very big thank you. I am working on a video to talk on, hopefully during the weekend. Please like, share, subscribe. If you want to comment respectfully. And you can always reach me on hometruth86@gmail.com to share your questions. Home Truth Nigeria, peace out. See us during the weekend, hopefully.